For most of humanity, thongs were worn by men. Now they're an everyday garment for American women, but a big reason why is Monica Lewinsky. The original female-friendly thong appeared at the 1939 World's Fair. The mayor of New York at the time had ordered the burlesque dancers who were performing to cover up, at least partly. So they settled on a G-string. The dancers weren't technically naked, but, naked enough. Thongs were mainly limited to dancers until the 70s, when fashion designer Rudy Gernreich invented the thong bikini. And while it totally took off in Latin America, they were still pretty scandalous in the States. By the 1980s, the lingerie shop Fredericks of Hollywood began to sell thong underwear, but they were sold next to items like edible underwear and crotchless panties, and they didn't really become a part of mainstream American conversation until...
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Among the details of the full investigation into the Lewinsky scandal was the fact that on November 16, 1995, Monica Lewinsky, in the course of flirting with him, raised her jacket in the back and showed him the straps of her thong underwear, which extended above her pants. Those of us who lived through the early 2000s are extremely familiar with this look. But when the story broke in 1998, mainstream America was only just discovering thong underwear. Between 1996 and 1999, thong sales had doubled, expanding from sex and lingerie shops to places like Saks Fifth Ave, Walmart, and J. Crew. And by New Year's Eve of the millennium, the undergarment even had earned its own anthem.
Let me see that thong.
But even though they exploded over the next decade, thongs just couldn't seem to stay out of trouble. In 2002, Daytona Beach passed a law against displaying more than a third of your buttocks, which, fun fact, is actually still in effect today. That same year, Abercrombie & Fitch had to pull a line of thongs for printing phrases like wink wink and eye candy. And in 2013, customers were outraged when Victoria's Secret Pink wrote "Call Me" on a thong marketed to teenagers. But even though the thong has obvious sex appeal and is used by celebrities to sell albums, for many women, a thong is just a more practical alternative for avoiding BPL. And despite their association with flashing whale tails, today's thongs are actually some of the most discreet underwear out there. Just don't tell Cisco.